In 2020, my life changed. No, not because of that bullshit, but because a Polish game developer called CD Projekt Red, a small indie studio that had never released any game of note before, unleashed Cyberpunk 2077 into the world. And it was a fucking disaster. The game was panned by critics and players alike for being broken beyond belief. It had been teased for years, excitement could not have been any higher, but it shipped in a state that was damn near unplayable. You see, I'm a smart guy. I don't pre-order games, I don't buy them on day one, because this has just become common practice in the last decade. So I waited. Would CD Projekt Red fix this mess? Or was the game doomed? A massive stain on their reputation, and a huge what if in gaming history. About 6 to 8 months later, I started hearing grumblings online that CDPR had made major strides in fixing the game. And then Best Buy had a deal for the physical game for $5. I'm not kidding you, this is the cheapest I have ever gotten a game this new, ever. And so I finally played it, and it blew my mind. In Cyberpunk 2077, you play as V, a gun for hire in the dystopian corporate metropolis of Night City. After a heist goes horribly wrong, V inserts a chip known as a relic into her brain port. Oh yeah, in this future, mechanical body modifications are all the rage. Everybody's got one. These can range from more physical mods like super strength or super speed, or they can be more internal psychological enhancements. Basically, they're superpowers. Anyway, this relic is the digital consciousness of a dead terrorist and rock star named Johnny Silverhand. But there's a problem. Johnny's relic starts to overwrite V's consciousness, slowly killing her throughout the game. So she... What, you play as the male V? What the hell's wrong with you? Every version of my V is the best. So sexy. So hot. Anyway, V spends most of the game seeking allies, taking on jobs, and trying to find a way to stop the relic from taking over and killing her. The game is noteworthy for its branching storylines, its memorable characters, like the aforementioned Johnny, Judy Alvarez, Jackie Wells, Panam Palmer, especially Panam. Whew. Hell, some of the side missions are so insanely good that they stand out in my mind more than the main plot. There's a side mission called The Hunt that is so good, so horrifying. I mean, I hate River Ward, but that one is incredible. Story and characters aside, the setting is unbelievable. No game has ever captured such a sprawling cityscape in such immersive detail. The scale of the buildings, the sounds of the bustling, crime-infested Night City. Every side street or shipping container could contain a piece of lore or some new hidden item. The place is just begging to be explored top to bottom. Even the outskirts of Night City, which appear to be desolate and uninhabited, hold tons of secrets. The visual language that the game presents is a feast for the senses. Neon-drenched, covered in trash, corpo suits walking alongside drug addicts on the sidewalk, advertising everywhere. The attention to detail is... it's mind-boggling. I've always been a sucker for Cyberpunk and the Cyberpunk aesthetic. Blade Runner and its sequel are two of my favorite movies. I think because there's so much being shown but not told about what this world is. But here, you're a part of it. You live in it. You can do whatever the hell you want. It's amazing. And don't even get me started on cyberware and combat. Okay, do. Holy shit, the options that you are given are massive. You can be a stealthy cyber ninja, precision shot gunslinger, or a literal melee machine. One of my favorite pieces of tech was the gorilla arms with the fire attachment. You get those things installed, you're unstoppable. I feel like I'm rambling, but I'm not exaggerating when I say that this game is in the S++ tier of video games for me. And that's rare with newer games. There's so much to do, so much to explore, so many heads to chop off with your katana. It is so much fun. I fucking love this game. And while the game is great, unfortunately, it ends. I've played through it about 5 times now. I'm finally playing the DLC Phantom Liberty, which is also just, it's amazing. But I wanted to get more into the weeds. What you have to understand about Cyberpunk 2077 is that it's not an original idea. Not by a long shot, actually. It wears its influences on its sleeves and it incorporates them lovingly into every aspect of the game. The cyberpunk genre was defined decades ago, and it's been expanded in books and movies ever ever since. So I went out in search of the books that not only influenced the game, but also tell a story that I felt reflected V's in some way. These aren't books inspired by or spun off of Cyberpunk 2077. They're books that feel like Cyberpunk 2077. Or more accurately, Cyberpunk 2077 feels like these books. Either way, let's get started. Welcome to Night City. The afterlife. I love this place. To understand how the world of Cyberpunk 2077 was conceived, we have to go back to the beginning of the genre and the defining novels that invented the concept. Starting with Neuromancer by William Gibson. This is the granddaddy of Cyberpunk and the literal DNA of the core concepts of the game. It follows a hacker named Case who, after betraying one of his employers, finds that he can no longer jack into cyberspace. He's then recruited for an insanely difficult job by a mysterious man named Armitage. So Case, along with some very eccentric side characters, take on this job, and as it unfolds, Case finds himself awash in corporate conspiracy and sentient AIs living in cyberspace. This is the book that invented cyberpunk as a genre. Gibson coined the words net running and ICE. It's what a majority of the book is actually about. Case spends a lot of time jacked into cyberspace, trying to hack into one that is insanely difficult to get past. Think the Black Wall from the game. Also, Night City. That's from this book as well. Case lives in a larger city known as Chiba, but the small part that he lives in is called Night City. The setting is a futuristic, corporate-controlled landscape filled with people who are decked out in cyberware modifications. One thing I really loved about Neuromancer was how memorable a lot of its side characters are. There's so many that have such distinct characteristics or abilities or appearances that I still think about them, which is just like the game, where the side characters play massive roles and they're super memorable, like Jackie or Pan Am. Sweet, sweet Pan Am. In Neuromancer, you've got characters like Molly or the Zionites that give the cast of characters a lot of diversity. I could talk the whole video about the vast influence that Neuromancer has had over cyberpunk and the genre. It is the blueprint, and the game does not shy away from that fact. It lovingly incorporates so much of this book into itself. Be warned though, this book is considered hard sci-fi. It doesn't hold your hand, it leaves you to kind of figure things out on your own. You just get dropped into the middle of everything, and there's a lot of terms that you won't understand right away. But if you pay attention, connect the dots, it's not too difficult, and once you understand what everything means, it's a good time. It can be slightly confusing at first though. Alongside Neuromancer, the other defining cyberpunk novel has to be Snow Crash by Neil Stephenson. It follows main character hero protagonist. Yes, that is his real name. Yes, it is very stupid. He's also a hacker, but he's also a master swordsman and a pizza delivery guy. Fuck, that's good. Hero discovers a virus in cyberspace, which in this book is called the metaverse. Sound familiar? He discovers a virus called Snow Crash that is not only capable of infecting computers or somebody in cyberspace, but it can also infect the actual mind and body of the person that it infects in cyberspace. It can cause severe brain damage, even death. So Hero begins to investigate what Snow Crash is, where did it come from, who created it, why, which takes him on a very wild journey with even wilder side characters. The setting here, I felt, was a lot more aligned with the setting of Night City in Cyberpunk 2077. It is neon-drenched. Corporations control everything, even down to owning parcels of land within the city. Have you ever wanted to live in a McDonald's neighborhood? In here you can, and the action is ramped up to 11. There are tons of gunfights and swordplay, my personal weapon of choice in the game, and explosions galore. It's also pretty lighthearted and funny, but that doesn't take away from the seriousness of what's happening or any of the violence. I like this one quite a bit. It is also insane, like how prophetic it was about the future and the internet and technology and just the world and society. It's pretty crazy and scary. The characters are pretty great. In particular, the main villain, I thought he was great. So cool, so badass. One of my favorites. There is one part in it that is about like ancient Sumeria and Sumerian tablets. It was so boring. It's so mind-numbing. But outside of that part, the rest is really great, really fun. Next up is 1 minute. I gotta take this. Yeah.
Package is ready for pickup.
Preem.
You know what to do.
On my way. Sorry about this, but I have a quick job that I need to go and do. You know, gotta earn those eddies somehow. So we'll continue this list when I'm done. I'll see you then. Hey, can I get a Nicola to go, please? Thanks. This goddamn computer. There it is. Let's jack in. I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. Woo! Well, let's see what all the fuss was about. Oh, hell no. Fuck that.
Hi. I'm Dumper.
Dumper?
Yeah, Dumper the dumpster.
Are you, alive?
Alive? I mean, I think I'm alive.
You can think?
Yeah, I can think. And I love trashy women.
Dumper? I think we're gonna get along real well. So, listen, I'm making a video about book recommendations that are kinda similar to a game I really love. Do you wanna help me?
Oh, what's the game?
You've probably never heard of it.
Simpsons Hit and Run?
No, it's newer than that.
Red Dead Redemption 2?
No, but I did already make a video for that one.
Oh, I bet it's great.
It is. It's called Cyberpunk 2077.
Huh. I haven't played that one.
You should. I think you'd like it.
Hey, do you play Fortnite?
Yeah, I do. Do you?
Oh yeah, I'm a total sweat. We should play sometime.
Okay, what's your gamer tag?
Fat Delby 69.
Love that. Okay, well, let's get on with the list. It's so fucking hot in here. Now that the formative cyberpunk novels have been mentioned, let's get into the nitty-gritty of the more lesser-known books that fall right in line with Cyberpunk 2077. Starting with Hardwired by Walter John Williams. This book follows a tank operator and former pilot, what they call Panzer Boys, named Cowboy. Like all great cyberpunk stories, this future is dominated by corporate interest. The rich and powerful all live off-world. They're known as orbitals. Sound familiar? And the American government is basically non-existent. The country has been through several civil wars that have all been waged by these corporations. To say that this world is divided and hostile would be a bit of an understatement. Nothing happens without the orbitals' awareness and manipulation, which makes it very difficult to fight back or even just make a better life for yourself. Cowboy is kind of like a mule. He uses his skill as a tank operator to transport medicine or drugs or whatever his fixer tells him to. Sarah, our other main character, lives in the city, which has every kind of criminal problem that Night City does. She's basically a gun for hire, a highly skilled assassin, and somewhat of a chameleon. Sarah and Cowboy meet on a job that goes horribly wrong, resulting in a lot of gunfire, explosions, death, and leaving the two of them on the run from the orbitals who orchestrated the entire thing. The bulk of the novel is Cowboy and Sarah working together to manipulate the orbitals and try to cut out a piece of this pie for themselves, while also dealing with their own personal issues. I had never heard of this book before. I found it while doing research to make this video, and I gotta say, I really enjoyed it. It is one of my favorites on this list. The world that it builds is just great, and the characters and their abilities. Cowboy is like a dude straight out of the Aldecados, like Pan Am. Oh, my sweet Pan Am. The tank mission from the game, straight off of the pages of this book. And Sarah might as well be V. She has her own personal problems that get her caught up in this whole mess, but that doesn't make her any less capable and incredibly deadly.
Oh, she sounds hot.
She is. I could go on and on about how much of this book is just straight up in the game. It's really crazy, but if you loved the game for its world, its characters, and its lore, this book is for you. Altered Carbon by Richard K. Morgan. This is a detective story that follows a dude named Takeshi Kovacs. It is so hot. Oh my god. My cyberware is malfunctioning. In this cyberpunk dystopia, you basically can't die. Most people have what is called a stack that's implanted in them. It's essentially your digital consciousness. And that stack can be uploaded into what's called a sleeve, which is just a different body, which allows you to keep living on indefinitely as long as you have the means to. However, you can die for real if your stack is destroyed. And this leads to all kinds of weirdness where, say, a person who was put on ice like 100 years ago is now plopped into the present in someone else's body. Not only are they out of place in time, but they also look like someone else, and it's probably somebody that someone knows. Could be a friend or a spouse, and shit can get weird. Anyway, Takeshi is a highly skilled detective who was put away for some bad stuff that he did in the past. He's re-sleeved to help solve a mystery for a wealthy man who believes that somebody murdered him, even though all the evidence points to suicide. Through his investigations, he uncovers a widespread conspiracy and criminal underworld, and he is caught in the middle of it. It's pretty damn good, and there's a ton of comparisons to the game. Takeshi finds himself against the wall, having to shoot his way out in gloriously bloody fashion. Wild cyberware mods, rogue AIs.
Like me.
Exactly. The wealthy, in true cyberpunk fashion, are controlling and manipulating everything. And the re-sleeving aspect of it really reminded me a lot of Johnny and V. While no one else in the game can hear or see Johnny, their relationship and personalities play a huge role in the game and the outcome of the story. While in Altered Carbon, Takeshi and the body of the man that he now inhabits causes all kinds of issues for him. And it messes with his psyche as he tries to figure out what this new body really means for him. But the action is really where this one feels so much like the game. Shootouts in bars, bullets flying, glasses exploding, heads exploding, and thugs galore all lining up to get shot in the face. It's a pretty thrilling, hard-boiled detective novel that I think is definitely worth a read, especially if you like the game. All right, Choom, I gotta get out of here. I got a job to finish up.
Oh, exciting. Come back anytime and bring trash. I love trash.
I will.
Oh, before you go, could you come inside me?
What?
Come take a look inside me. I think someone left something cool in there that might help you.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa. Cool gun. I've never seen anything like this before.
Oi, hello there.
Ah, Christ, another AI?
My name's Jiffy, your new artificial weapon assistant.
Jiffy? Like, the peanut butter?
No, you're thinking of Skippy.
No, there's a peanut butter named Jiff.
You are mistaken. First things first, I'm gonna need your permission to calibrate my parameters to your smart link.
Okay, permission granted?
Fucking hell, you're right. Biological pairing will take a few moments. Please hold.
Preem. Fuck. What was that? Hey, Dumper. I gotta get out of here. I'll see you, buddy. I'll hit you up on Fortnite.
Okay, see you later.
Yeah, later, dude. Fuck!
You lost, Gunk? This is Tiger Claw territory. What the fuck are you doing in my warehouse?
Eat shit. Jiffy? Jiffy? What's the deal, man?
Pairing is currently at 90%. Please hold.
Okay, well, I kinda need it right now.
Would you calm your tits, mate? I'm going as fast as I can.
What's the matter? Gun don't work? I'm gonna enjoy this.
Congratulations. Biological pairing complete.
Preem.
Shit.
Let's not do that. Ever again.
Fuck off, mate. That was fun.
Yeah, okay. Let's get the fuck out of here, please. Oh. Hey, kinda forgot we were doing this. I guess you probably wanna know what's left on the list. Alright, give me a sec. So hot. Okay, last recommendations. When Gravity Falls by George Alec Effinger. The story follows Mareed Audrin, a highly capable investigator for hire. In this cyberpunk future, things are, not surprisingly, pretty bleak for the common folk, but the hot cyberware to get is a personality mod, or a moddie. You can purchase these moddies for any number of famous people, historical figures, anyone that you might want to be. Want to be the smooth-talking and seductive secret agent James Bond? Just pop the James Bond personality mod in and voila! You're talking like Pierce Brosnan and taking your martini shaken, not stirred. Mareed prides himself on being mod-free. He raw dogs life, for better or worse. And while meeting with a potential employer, the man he's meeting with gets murdered right in front of him. And this sets off a widespread string of murders across the city. All of them are linked, but it's hard to pin down who exactly is doing it. Then Mareed gets hired by a very powerful man to look into it, figure out who's doing this. Like Hardwired, I had never heard of this book before. And I was, again, pretty shocked at how good it was. It was written in the 80s, but the nihilistic tone that it has and the way that it's written, it feels like it was written yesterday. Mareed is your typical gumshoe. He does things his own way until the person who's paying him tells him to do it a different way. And his personal life blends with his professional life in a way that I thought was just perfect. Everything and everyone is interwoven somehow. The story flows really well. It moves at a breakneck pace. I was never bored. The most obvious comparison to the game would be the personality mods, especially with the DLC, Phantom Liberty, and all the times that you take on the personality and appearance of different people to try and infiltrate and get information. The setting was also pretty cool and very different. It takes place in a city in the Middle East, never says explicitly where, but for once America is not the powerhouse country of the world. It's actually gone down the shitter, which makes the city feel like a Middle Eastern version of Night City. And the characters are all really cool. They stand out, especially the side characters. There's these like assassin sisters who wear like ninja garb and kabuki makeup, and they're so badass. This is a sci-fi and cyberpunk novel that I think is really underrated and underread, and more people should read it. But if you love 2077, I think you'll really like this one too. Lastly, and this is probably cheating, but we have the Cyberpunk 2077 spin-off novel, No Coincidence, by Rafal Kosic. A group of strangers from all over Night City are all hired to pull off a heist against a Militech truck that is carrying some really mysterious cargo. Once the job is over, they all go their separate ways, but eventually find their way back to each other to pull off an even more dangerous job. That's pretty much it without getting spoily. Unlike the game where you only follow V, this one gives ample time to every one of the characters involved. We get their backgrounds, their motivation for taking on this line of work, and they are wildly different from each other, which I found to be super interesting. There's a former veteran, a ripper doc, a stripper, a net runner, a corpo, all with their own issues that they're dealing with in this fucked up city. And it does not shy away from the things that make this world so fascinating. There's plenty of fun tech. The Black Wall plays a huge role in it. Gangs get involved like Maelstrom and the Animals. I love those roided out freaks. And it is dark. There's a lot of situations in this that paint a bloody stroke over Night City that I haven't really seen. And it made me realize just how like medieval the place feels. It's not as fast-paced as I expected, especially with how it starts off, but I don't think that that's really a bad thing. It takes its time to flesh out these characters and to expand on the lore of this future dystopia, and I enjoyed it. It's not going to blow your mind or anything, but if you want more cyberpunk through a different lens, go for it. I didn't realize this when I started researching for this video, but there are actually several short series of comic books set in Cyberpunk 2077. I read Trauma Team, and I gotta say, it was great. It follows a woman named Nadia. She's an EMT dealing with the horrors and struggles of working for Trauma Team. The things that she witnesses and the people that she's forced to help just because they have the money to afford it forces her to have a very conflicted conscience. And it has a lot to do with PTSD and how difficult a job like this would be. I thought it was fantastic. The art is top-notch, full of violence, which of course I love. It's hyper stylized too, but I think that it captures the essence of the game just wonderfully. I haven't gotten to any of the other comic series yet, but if they're anything like this one, I'm sure they're great. That's gonna wrap it up, though. I hope you find a hidden gem on this list that gives your brain the electric jolt that you got while you were playing the game. If you've read any of these, or you do end up reading them, let me know. Leave me a comment down below. I love hearing from y'all and what you think of my recommendations. This video was a lot more difficult than I thought it was going to be. I think it turned out okay. I hope it turned out okay. If you think it turned out okay, leave me a like, leave me a comment. If you think it turned out okay. I'd say it was a lot of fun to make, and I mean it was, but it was a lot. It was tough, because obviously I don't live in Night City or a city that looks even remotely like it. So I had to get creative, I had to work with what I had. Like if you knew where I was standing right now, yeah, I'm happy with how it turned out anyway. Also, if you like what I do here and maybe you want to support me and the channel monetarily, you can subscribe to me through YouTube memberships. You'll get videos like this early, ad-free, as well as a bunch of extra stuff that I don't post to the main channel, like the behind the scenes for this video and how I made that, which is coming very soon. Anyway, I gotta get going. I gotta drop this relic off and get paid. So, see you around, Choom.